In the spirit of digging him out then, so what other embarrassing stories have we got about Adam? Like, we must have some good ones.
There are probably so many, it'd be hard for Linz to choose. My favourite one is the dishwasher story.
It's not a good story.
No, it's not even a good story. It's just funny. And I think it just shows Adam and what Adam is all about and his just lack of ability to take care of himself. So I was...
You're an absolute man-child.
Yeah. I was at work, meetings, whatever... couple of missed calls from Adam and I was like, oh God, what's going on? What's happening? So I answered the phone and he was like, I've broken the dishwasher. Like, what? I've broken the dishwasher. Like, oh, right. How? Well, you know the top shelf? I was like, yeah, it's come out. And I was like, what do you mean it's come out? Well, it's pulled out. I was like, well, it normally pulls out. And he was like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, yes, it does. It's on rollers. It pulls out. It's a shelf. And he was like...
I thought you meant you pulled it out, like off.
Well, that's what I did. And then he was like, no. He went, when I was getting a glass from the back, my elbow got caught. And then as I pulled it back, it came out and now it's just hanging. And I was like, Adam, the dishwashers have drawers, like they pull out. And I was like, wait a minute, how have you been... This is when he actually emptied dishwashers. Now we don't use it. I was like, wait a minute. How have you been emptying this dishwasher since we moved in about 6.5 months ago? And he was like, well, I just put my hand in and reached right to the back. And he was like, I did wonder how you filled the dishwasher. And I was like, you can imagine my face. I'm just sat there at work and my colleagues can hear me talking and they're all like, what is going on?
Everyone that you work with now, who I used to work with, knows this story as well. But the thing is like, when I was a kid, we didn't have much money. I didn't grow up with all the mod contact dishwashers and whatnot.
Give over.
I don't use dishwashers. I washed my stuff in the sink, so I don't know. Thinking back, it is dumb. But yeah, I just used to reach into the dishwasher.
You can just imagine him.
10 minutes ago when you said Adam's not bothered about anything, he don't care. That's the first time I've ever seen you go red and embarrassed.
That's an embarrassing story. People are going to think, what? How's this guy know to use all his camera gear and stuff like that? He can't use a dishwasher?
He once asked me as well, I said, I'll do the hoovering. Do you want to do the dusting and polishing? And he was like, that sounds quite complicated. I was like, it's really not, Adam. And he was like, well, when we've got more time, you can train me on how to do it. I was like, it's literally just, and I was there. I was like, you just squirt and wipe. And he was like, too much. I'll leave it for today.
I think you're playing on it. You're trying to just get away with an easy life.
Maybe.
We were there the other day. We were filming, so exclusive. You'll see the video. Obviously, when this goes out, I reckon the Christmas video will be out. But we had to film some scenes at your place, didn't we? And there was a scene where we had to throw some soup in the sink. But leading up to this one, like we only had got like 4 shots at their house. Before that, you must have said 5, 6, 7 times, like, Linz, where's a pen? Linz, have we got a piece of paper? Linz is working, like she's actually like you're physically working, and we're like we're just tossing it off in kitchen, like somehow this is our life, and you're like stopping actual work going on. Linz, I've blocked sink. You're like,
I was just looking at Mike. Mike's got his head in his hands, like fucking hell.
I mean, I wasn't there, so this is the first time hearing
honestly,
this. That's
mate,
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like Linz. Linz, have we got a tea towel? Linz, is there a bin bag?
Because I don't know where all this stuff is stored in our house.
I mean, I don't tell him every time he asks, as you can imagine. I don't say, the bin bags are where they always are, under the sink. And then he still can't find them.
Right, quick fire questions. From Daryl Gretton, I think this was on YouTube. If you had to choose between Adam and garlic bread, would you go for thin based or more of a doughy garlic bread?
Definitely a thin base, I think, and I would.
Yeah, no hesitation.
I was going to say, I'm doughy enough, if you chose me, I'm the doughy one.
Thin base.
Simon's on the Run said, do you enjoy seeing Beard suffer with his chili challenges like Satan's Toe or the One Chip Challenge?
Yes, because I don't usually get to see him struggle when he's doing a challenge, apart from the hot ones, so I do like to delay the milk being brought to him.
You love it, don't you, man?
Somebody called the channel was called Mine. Best and worst things about living with a competitive eater, and would she still love you without a beard?
Well, I didn't have a beard. I know it's not my question, but I didn't have a beard when we got together. Really, a bit stubble.
Just before that beard, he did a clean shave, but just before he started growing that. I don't think we saw each other for like 3 days until you grew some stubble because it was just scary.
I'll let you know when it goes back in time on The Simpsons and you've got like young Homer, it just doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like your chin was very. I wasn't used to seeing a naked chin on you.
Do we have any pictures of? Can we put a picture on screen of beardless beard?
Yeah, I could probably get
I
one.
think you've only got one picture of you naked chin.
Yeah, I'd probably be able to find one here. So no.
What was the thing? What was the worst thing about living with him?
Yeah.
Definitely his beard hair clogging up all of the shower and sinks in the house. And it should be that it's the girl's hair who gets everywhere, but there is just literally beard hair everywhere. Everywhere.
It does get everywhere, but in the bathroom it's particularly a problem.
And the other side of it was the best thing about living with him.
You've absolutely crucified me on this podcast. So you better think of something good here. you literally can't think of anything.
Can we insert some like crickets sound effects here, right?
Some elevator music.
I'm patiently waiting now.
He always gets me a drink from downstairs when I ask him.
That's the best you could come up with, is when you're sat on the sofa, you say, could you get me a drink, darling? And I said, yeah, of course I can, Dad. That's the best.
That's it. I will take that. That's fine.
I'm all right with that, yeah, okay.
Next, so Christopher Blackman said, does Beardy share the profits with a wink emoji?
Yes.
I could probably be more generous with the cut, but I do share.
Yeah, I get the bill money each month, so there you go. That's what I get.
Easy. Zoe Clark, hi Mrs. Beard, big fan.
Thank you.
I don't know what she's talking about. Is Adam as tiny as everyone says, lol? I don't know if this is like referring to the mushroom or the height.
This is another penis thing.
I think this is the height. No, he's 5'10" on a good day with his heels.
This has been rehearsed too many times for people to believe that that's like that line. That you say it too often.
I don't like it. Come out and measure. If somebody can come measure me, you can measure not only my eyes. Shut up a second. You can come out and measure me. Next person will get a tape measure. You can measure my height and you can measure the other thing if you want as well.
Adam.
It's a strong 5 inches.
Adam Palmeran.
Well, Josh wanted me to whip it out last week. Didn't he, Mike?
He did, yeah. If it was up to Josh, then it would have been featured on
I think actually like this will be out probably at the same time as the Christmas video, but we'll make it go out on the same day as the Christmas video so we can talk about it. But it's a punk rock song, right? Is Adam's music video. And obviously all of the noughties sort of Blink and, you know, Sum 41, they always end up naked at some point in their music videos. And I was like, of course we've got to get Adam naked. Like, that'd be funny. So we'd planned out a full scene of Adam. He'd come on Bad Times and we'd sort of we were going to portray him as an OnlyFans model.
The problem was, like, if I can add a bit of context, Mike and I, we were planning out, I'm like, oh, so yeah, I get some like flesh coloured underwear. Mike's like, yeah. And Josh is like, no, just get it out. Like, I mean, I've seen it before. Just get it out. I'm like, you haven't seen mine before.
Whoa,
and you've seen mine before.
yours before.
The scene was going to be me whipping out like from behind a KFC bucket, right? Yeah, this is what happens.
This is what actually goes on.
This is what happens at business meetings. Yeah.
This is his work.
I'm doing actual work and then you're talking about your balls and who can see them.
Yeah.
Anyway, ALC0306 has asked, what's the worst thing that Beard has put you through?
Oh, how long have we got?
Mike's like sniggering it corner.
I won't say that you've put me through anything really, really bad. Probably having to sit and watch him at the Yorkshire pudding
No, I know.
eating contest and not being able to eat them.
I was going to say
myself.
What about Nathan's? You were outside in the bacon heat for 5 hours without me.
Yeah, definitely. So
you couldn't come backstage.
Went there and got the train with all of the other
wags
who went, and I was like, all right, have I got time to, because I didn't know where I was going. They go every year, and I was like, have I got time to get a bottle of water or something? And they were like, no, but you'll be able to get one when you're there. So I just followed on, like, walked in there, got into the VIP area, and the guy was a bit shady. He was like, no, we're full. And this woman got us in. But then once you were in, you couldn't go out. He was obviously backstage. I'm baking heat, just got my t-shirt rolled up, dying for a drink, really needed a wee. This was at about 9:30 in the morning. He came on stage at 1:30.
Something like that, yeah.
Couldn't go to the toilet. One of his friends was coming to meet at me, so I was like, "Please bring me water. I'm going to die." And then got the worst tan.
Yeah, I didn't realise
of my life.
You get the pass, don't you, for the VIP area? But the VIP area is basically just the front few rows of a standing crowd.
Oh god!
So you're still in a bacon heat. You're still surrounded by tons of people. I didn't realise it was going to be like 4 hours though, because it was really hot that day too. The weather was crazy.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it. It's on my Instagram, but it is just like bright red.
You just got burnt like a refresher bar. Yeah.
And it was like a proper twat I wanted because I had my sunglasses on my t-shirt. So it was like pulling it down. So when we went out that night, I got a jumpsuit on, and on it I've just got like a red V at the top of my neck from where it burned.
After party, yeah.
It looks shocking.
If that's not love, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Apart from that, nothing else.
I think you've got off lightly this podcast, mate. We'll see.
Doesn't feel that way.
We'll see. This is from Callum Man, or Man Callum is his Instagram handle. Out of all beards, many hairstyles, which one has been your favourite?
That's a good question.
Oh, I'm still in love with the very first hairstyle I saw him with. A lot of people said it looks like, what's the guy called off?
Big Bang, Howard
Big Bang
Wolowitz.
Theory. When I met him, that's what he had a sweeping fringe.
Like a sweeping fringe, kind of like.
Have you got a picture of that?
Probably.
Proper sweeping emo fringe.
I'm not disputing that.
And he used to dress like him as well.
Yeah.
Steady on. I didn't used to wear like shirts with a polo like turtleneck sticking out. No, never.
When I first met Adam, he didn't wear jeans. So I thought, and this is one trait about him that I was like, this is like serial killer level. Like, why does he not wear jeans? And he was like, I find them really uncomfy. So he just used to wear chinos all the time. But he used to wear chinos that were too big for him.
No,
they did. And you had a belt, and he had like a little what was that TV show that you used to watch?
I love this.
What do you know about that?
That Wildcats thing. That belt.
Oh my god! I had a Thundercats belt. Yeah, I'm a child of the '80s, man. I used to wear chinos, because like everyone wears jeans, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't part of the style back then.
Following the crowd.
And then he was like, right, you can buy me some jeans. So.
Daniel Mason has asked, will there be an eating contest at the wedding, and will it be garlic bread?
Yes.
Oh, I always say, when people ask me that, I always say, if I owe Mrs. Beard one thing, it's that on that day, if that day happens, I owe the fact I'm not going to just be eating like an arsehole on a wedding day, right? Of the one day in our lives, I'm not going to subject to that. We'll just have a nice day, in my opinion. But if you want a garlic bread contest, just fucking throw down.
Don't really need a contest. Just want garlic bread at our wedding. Maybe as a starter. We'll go non-traditional.
We've already touched on this, but Susie Woozy has asked, how many trees do you have up this year, Mrs. Beard?
So this year I've not gone as OTT. We've got 3 big ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 littler ones.
So 7. I was close when I said 8, so we've got 7.
I have got 2 more in the garage, but I've just not had time to put them up yet. But I have made up for that with a lot more like Christmas ornaments and.
We've got a nativity set, like an actual,
That's my favourite.
Right, last question. We've had millions, but they all are quite repetitive.
Yeah.
What is your favourite Christmas movie?
I know what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
You and Josh will be holding hands after this, expressing your love of this film.
Do you think it's Elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. Love Elf. It's like my all-time favourite film. It's just such a happy, cheery, nice film. And do you know what I love about Elf? That it was so popular and they could have made another one, but Will put his foot down and was like, no, it's just amazing as it is.
Your mate Will. Will put his foot down.
I couldn't actually remember his second name. Is it Ferrell?
Ferrell. It's Ferrell or Ferrell?
It's Ferrell. And people always say Farrell.
Right.
Like Colin?
Yeah, it's not. No, it's Ferrell. F-E, not like a feral beast. Like Ferrell.
Right.
So yeah, the fact that they didn't just capitalise on it and make another like 4, I think makes it really special as well.
So if a film doesn't make a sequel, it's inherently good.
No, but it was a great film that they could have just gone at OTT on and made, like that. Home Alone.
Like Home Alone, yeah, this is the reboot of that, which is supposed to be terrible. But I don't dislike Elf, I just don't think it's the best Christmas film.
Favourite part is the bye, buddy. And you do the best impression.
Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad.